Water pollution in Flint, Michigan has been a major issue since spring of 2014. This is due to the fact that the water source for Flint was switched from a source in Detroit to the Flint River. Because the Flint River is highly corrosive, it caused the water to corrode at the pipes, causing lead to leach into the water, poisoning many of the residents. It wasn't until October of 2014 that city officials declared the Flint water system to be unsafe to drink, causing many residents to drink it without knowing it was unsafe. After city officials realized that the Flint River was causing lead poisoning, they switched back to the original water source in Detroit. However, the residents in Flint said that it was too late and the damage was already done. Damage from lead is irreversible. The World Health Organization stated that no levels of lead are safe in the body, and young children are especially at risk. Lead exposure can cause mental and behavioral changes and irreversible mental effects on young children. It caused parents to feel helpless. The residents of Flint were forced to use plastic bottles for all water usage, such as brushing teeth or giving water to your dogs. This, however, is not a forever fix. Lead levels in some homes were so high they were considered to be hazardous waste. This is an issue because the state water testing was flawed, which shows that the lead levels in the water were probably much higher than known. Everybody was at risk for lead poisoning at the time. Young children just happened to be most at risk, including children who were still in the womb. Fecal chloroform bacteria was found in the water, and state officials added chlorine to the water and told the residents to boil the water. Both of these fixes can actually increase the lead levels, causing more lead poisoning. Adding the anti-corrosive agent that would have made the Flint River safe to drink would have cost about $100 a day, and could have possibly reversed 90% of the damages done. The Michigan Department of Environmental Quality issued a governance briefing paper outlining possible causes for the contamination issues. Among the problems are leaking valves and aging cast iron pipes susceptible to buildup of bacteria. The MDEQ concludes flushing the system and increasing chlorine in the water will limit the number of boil advisories in the future due to the amount of fecal chloroform bacteria and other chloroform bacteria in the water. The General Motors plant in Flint, Michigan stopped using the city's water due to concerns about high levels of chlorine corroding engine parts. The company struck a deal with a neighboring town to purchase water from Lake Huron in way of using water from the Flint River. The switch was anticipated to cost the city $400,000, which could have been avoided had they stuck with the original water source to begin with. On February 26, 2015, the EPA notified the MDEQ that it had detected dangerous levels of lead in some homes, such as the resident Lee Ann Walters, who is the mother of 4. She first contacted the EPA with concerns about dark sediment in her tap water, which was possibly making her children sick. Testing later revealed that her water had 104 parts per billion of lead, which was nearly 7 times greater than the EPA's limit of 15 parts per billion. On October 8, 2015, the MDEQ announced that 3 Flint schools tested positive for dangerous lead levels in the water. Governor Schneider said that the city will disconnect using the Flint River water after that. On October 15th, the governor signed a deal that spent around $9 million to help Flint reconnect with Detroit for water and provide health services for the residents. On October 16th, the city switched back to the Detroit water, but residents were cautioned that it will take a few weeks for the system to be properly fleshed out. Due to the fact that lead is a neurotoxin, it caused major mental effects on young children. This caused Flint, Michigan to create a school for children who were poisoned by lead. Teachers at these schools were especially trained to look for signs of the effects of lead poisoning, such as delayed mental effects and behavioral issues. Water in Flint, Michigan is still not back to the way it was before, which just shows that water pollution is a big deal and causes major effects that cannot be reversed.